Hello everyone, welcome to another Transformers Beast Machines review. This time we're going to be looking at the quote Mega class, which is now referred to as Voyager class Megatron figure. Now this is the first Megatron figure that was released in Beast Machines, and I really only count this as the only one because he did get another mold based on the Beast Machines character, but it wasn't released until RID. I think it was referred to as Megabolt, or it's just his head, but it transformed into a robot. But this is the only real proper Megatron figure we see in Beast Machines, and it has his start off of his Dragon mode, which is modeled after his Transmetal 2 form at the end of Beast Wars. Vaguely looks like him, except for the wings here, but the torso area is a very simplified version of him. The entire back piece here doesn't really like to stay attached very well, especially in the arms. The arms don't attach to the body at all. If you look here, see this hinge here doesn't connect in any way. Has a goofy kind of hook hand, no appendage, no real fingers or anything. It just kind of see moldings of where claws would be. The neck is really confusing. Yeah, it's really kind of goofy looking. I don't know why they couldn't just made it simply a kind of a posable snake-like thing, but it's really weird. It's awkward to pose and really just frustrating at most, especially with that stupid ratcheting sound. There you go. But his mouth does open when you press these horns on the top, but no launching missile in this one. If you want, you could call these wings, but these really don't look anything like them. They're because they're. I'll show you later. But this is just his cloak spread out and to give a pass his wings, but they failed miserably at that. Especially if you look at the back, his tail here, and his arms. One of his arms is attached there. So that's really about it with the Dragon mode. It is fairly posable, but you can't really get much wing display out of it just because lack of a proper wings for it. But it's really not. It is kind of good looking, especially in the detailing in the head here. It is rather nice in the detailing on the head and the scales here, but other than that, it's pretty poor, and definitely my least favorite mode here. Now we're going to transform him to his robot mode first. These legs are to actually touch his arms here. These two pegs will go into that side of the arm, and one peg will go into there. But if you can see there, I bought this figure off eBay, so you can see that the peg is actually broken into one half of it. So it wasn't my fault. It was that way when I bought it, so this part of here is never really attached. You take the dragon arms here, and get them out of the way. Rotate this entire section around. Put the waist together like this. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, okay. Somehow. There you go. Just got to flip this entire section down like that. get these arms out of the way for now and fold the dragon arms to become his main torso area, which is pretty silly looking. You can either have the tail and sticking up like this to his side to expose his hand, or you can make it even like this. I prefer having it like this because it just looks rather awkward like that. Wow, he really doesn't have anything to hold anyway. And then, actually, before I want to put that torso down, I'm gonna get his head out. Do that. You have to pop this entire front down. Man, there we go. And flip this little piece up, it just makes it a little bit easier. Here you can see his head. There you go. Now let's do that all over again. This is really a frustrating figure to mess around with. Alright. Then ratchet that back up a little bit just so he can stand straight up. And there we have him in his robot mode. Now, even though you never really see him in this mode in the Beast Machines, it does offer a little bit more play for it than his really boring other mode, which I'll get to in a second. But still, he does have his regular legs now. He does have his traditional dragon arm, as seen in the end of Beast Wars. So it is somewhat show accurate to the... Well, no, it's not show accurate at all, really. But it does have some pieces that you can take away from the Beast Wars cartoon. Except it doesn't have the regular head. It just has the mask that he wears throughout the first season of Beast Machines. Okay, and to simply just make him in his cloak, just flip this down. These little claws here, and fold them down, and they attach through a couple pegs here. Now, oddly enough, well, this is about... Actually, I have one right here. It's a bottle can, basically. Here's a root beer bottle here. And it is actually quite proportional with a soda can. It's really small, especially for what is now described as a Voyager class figure. This was a Mega class, same size, so when you bought this, it would be about $20 for something you can hold in your hand like that. That's pretty expensive. But oddly enough, I really do actually prefer this mode to the other two, just because I liked the look of him in his cloak form in Beast Machines. It's just it's not very accurate. One, his cloak doesn't really look too much like his Beast Machines counterpart. He really doesn't have any wires hanging out like he normally did. Plus, it would just been kind of nice if this was a little bit more square, if he could attach some more robotic arms to his sides, like those one claw thingies that he had in one arm, and I forget what his other arm had. I think it was like a laser gun. But there's just so much more potential that they could have done with this. And back to the head. I would have... Oh, focus, there you go. I would have definitely preferred if they gone with a flip helmet, like a regular head, but then this could flip onto it, similar to the Megabolt figure that they released for RID. That was originally supposed to be a Beast Machines that I mentioned earlier. That definitely would have worked a lot better than just this very simple head that we have here. So overall, it is a very, very horrible figure. The only way I can really recommend this, if you have a very quirky reason of getting it like I did, which is, it is pretty much in the same, if you compare it with Titanium Optimus, they are just about the same size. So you can stand them side by side, and well, Optimus here is a little bit taller, but it is kind of sad when you get a figure just for this reason alone, but they do look rather decent together. They're about the same size, and they should be. But this one is obviously of poor quality. So unless you have a quirky reason to getting that figure, like I did, I would say avoid it at all costs, or unless you're just a Megatron complete, because this is probably one of the more poor figures that I've ever seen ever. But there's one other good thing that I liked about this that I just now remembered. This little panel here flips down and reveals a spark crystal, which has the Viocon logo there, which is fairly nice. I do like the any Transformer that actually do have spark chambers in them, like this one does, especially in the chest, which is where they should be. I definitely would have liked to see more Transformers with this little feature here, which is really neat. Probably the only other reason why I got this figure, because I just really liked that feature. Other than that, really I'd say avoid it. Until next time, thank you for watching.